Now the next topic is recategorization. When a person from a different group see themselves as a member of a single social identity, their prejudice against the former outgroup changes. Now what they are saying is, when a person starts recognizing or starts seeing themselves as an individual who is not limited to a group. For example, let's say I have a group of friends. Now I just don't end up seeing myself as the members of that group. When I start realizing that I am much more than that group of people, I am much more than that group of friends that I have some responsibility towards the society also, and I have some responsibility towards the society. That is called social identity. That is my responsibility towards the society. So what they are trying to tell you is that when you start identifying yourself, or when you started recognizing yourself more than just a group of friends that you have, and then when you start realizing, I am much more than the group of friends that I have, I also have some responsibility towards the society, then at that point of time your prejudice will start reducing. Due to favorable attitude towards the group, positive contacts increases and prejudices are reduced. So now what happens when I start doing that, when I start interacting with all the people, not just with the people of my group or not just with the people I like, then what happens is, with the positive attitude, with the positive feedback, my attitude, my prejudice will change. Once the group boundaries become weak and ineffective, groups are socially categorized differently, which helps us in reducing and eliminating prejudice. So they are saying, once these group boundaries or the rules and regulation of the groups, they start weakening, and let's say when the group starts breaking, when the members of that group start realizing that in the society their role is much more than the group they belong to, they start leaving the group. Once they start leaving the group, the prejudice will automatically decrease. In ancient time, caste structure was divided into many parts like subcaste, higher and lower caste, and so which gave rise to high prejudice. But recategorization of this kind of attitude can be eliminated. So earlier what happened was that the society was divided into 4 castes, right? We had Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. What did people start do? They started recognizing themselves according to the caste in ancient time. That I am Kshatriya, I am Brahmin, I am Vaishya, I am Shudra. So people started thinking that their role in the society is based on that caste. But as the society developed, people started moving out of their caste, people started interacting with the people from the other caste, and they started realizing that we were so backward, thinking that we only belong to our caste. So that is how the prejudice got reduced. Cognitive intervention. Cognitive means related to your brain. It's called cognition. Attitude is based on 3 main components of cognitive behavior and are based on 3 main components: cognitive, behavioral and feeling. There has to be a comma, cognitive, behavioral and feeling. So there are 3 things which leads to a prejudice. First is cognition, that is your brain. Next is your behavior, how you behave, and the third is your feelings. By cognitive development, we can bring change in an individual's perception, thought and attitude. When you try to explain a person through logic, through brain, through using your head, then you can bring about change in a person's perception. Perception is the way they look at things, in their thoughts, in their attitude, etc. Cognition means understanding knowledge, ability to accept adequate knowledge and also pass it to the other people convincingly. So now what is cognition? Cognition is when you understand the knowledge, when you accept change, when you accept new knowledge, your ability, your desire to get new knowledge and making sure that you are passing the right amount of knowledge to other people. That is called cognition. For removing prejudice, cognitive change plays a very important role. Obviously, अगर તમે મનથી, દિમાગથી અગર કોઈ prejudice નહીં કાઢો, ત્યાં સુધી prejudice જવાનું જ નથી. બહાર હું ગમે એટલી fake બની જઈશ, પણ અંદર I am thinking, I don't like them, I am not going to change. So unless your thinking, unless your way of thinking does not change, prejudice will not change. Many times, people with high social status, power, religious leader can bring about changes in cognitive process of an individual or a group. Sometimes people who are very popular, like politicians, religious leaders, okay, you have people who are very powerful. When they pass on strong message, they can lead to change in prejudice. In today's world, many community organize group marriages to reduce unwanted expenses, and seeing this, other people are also encouraged to practice it. Mass media and advertisement play a very important role in cognitive development. So they have given you an example that lot of people prefer group marriages, samu vivah. Okay, and because expense ocha thai jai if you have group marriages. So seeing this, lot of people are doing group marriages, and they have said that even mass media play a very, very important role in reducing your prejudice. Okay, next is developing positive attitude. Prejudice means negative attitudes which is formed by inadequate knowledge and information. So what is prejudice? Prejudice is any negative attitude, and that negative attitude becomes stronger and stronger when I pass wrong information to you, when I pass half information to you. In any society, to reduce negative attitude, we have to develop more positive attitude. Anything negative can be destroyed by using positive. Okay. People who have prejudice see only negative aspect in all situations and behave accordingly. So people who have prejudice, in whatever scene you give them, they will only look at the negative point of view. Okay. Positive attitudes can be developed in people through various activities like providing proper knowledge, safety, security, face-to-face persuasion, modifying behavioral patterns, role playing, etc. So they are saying is that you can reduce prejudice, or you can pass on positive attitude by lot of different ways. First, give them proper and full knowledge. Because of half knowledge, prejudice is developed, right? So give them proper, give them full knowledge. Second is provide them a safe atmosphere, give them security. Okay, have face to face persuasion એટલે મનાવવું, કોકને તમારી વાત મનાવી હોય એને persuasion કહેવાય. તો ફેસ ટુ ફેસ જ્યારે તમે વાત કરતા હો ત્યારે એ લોકોને સમજાવો કે આ પ્રેજુડિસ રાખવું સારું નથી, આ પ્રેજુડિસ કાઢી નાખો. That is called face to face persuasion. Okay, modifying behavioral patterns. Modifying behavioral patterns એટલે changing the behavior of the person, that is through role playing. Okay, for example, let us say कि મને લોઅર કાસ્ટ લોકો હારે પ્રોબ્લેમ છે અને મેં એ લોકો હારે બહુ અત્યાચાર કર્યા છે, બહુ અત્યાચાર કર્યા છે. ઓકે, તો રોલ પ્લેમાં એવું થશે કે જે પર્સન હશે સાયકોલોજીસ્ટ એ મને એમ કહેશે, હવે ઇમેજિન ઓકે મને એ લોઅર કાસ્ટ પર્સન કરી દેશે અને લોઅર કાસ્ટ પર્સનને હાયર કાસ્ટ પર્સન કરી દેશે. ઓકે, અને એ એમ કહેશે કે હવે લોઅર કાસ્ટ પર્સનને એમ કહેશે હવે એને મેં જે એની હારે કર્યું છે એ બધું તું મારી હારે કર. એટલે જે પર્સન જે લોઅર કાસ્ટનો છે, જેને એ હાઈ કાસ્ટનો રોલ પ્લે કરે છે, એ મારી હારે અત્યાચાર કરવા માંડશે, તો ઓટોમેટિકલી મને ફીલ થશે કે અરે આ તો હું કેટલું ખરાબ કરું છું, રાઈટ? So that is how you can change the prejudice of a person. That is role playing. Okay, role playing એટલે you switch the role of a person. Okay, that is I gave you an example that I am a higher caste person and another person is a lower caste person. So lower caste person ને મારો રોલ આપી દીધો અને મને lower caste person નો રોલ આપી દીધો, અને પછી એને એમ કીધું કે ભાઈ તું આના ઉપર અત્યાચાર કર, જે એને તારી હારે જે કાંઈ પણ કર્યું છે તું એની હારે સેમ વસ્તુ કર. અને એ જ્યારે પર્સન મારી હારે સેમ વસ્તુ કરશે ત્યારે મને રિયલાઇઝ થશે કે મેં જે કર્યું હતું એ ખોટું કર્યું હતું. So that is called role playing. In ancient times, there was gender inequality where women had to stay in the house and look after the children. But in present world, there is no difference. There is no difference in men and women are equal. Propaganda and advertisement like daughter makes a home, save a girl child, who will marry your son if there are no girls, etc. help in reducing prejudice for girl child. So what they are saying that ancient time girls were not allowed to go out, not allowed to get educated, etc. But right now we have lot of propaganda. Propaganda એટલે promotion of things where in advertisement we say that daughter makes the world, save the girl child. If there are no daughters, who will marry your son? So with all these things, okay, girl child is being saved. Now the eighth and the last one is through norms. Norms એટલે rules and regulations. Norms have helped people in maintaining social peace, law and order in the society. If there are no rules, if there are no regulation, there will be no peace, there will be no security, there will be no safety. Because there are rules in the society, because of that the society is running properly, because people feel safe, people feel secure, and people follow rules and regulation. If they don't follow rules and regulation, they are punished by the government. Prejudice gives rise to social conflict, tension, etc. So now they are saying because of prejudice there are lot of conflict એટલે fights થાય, okay, lot of tensions વધી જાય, okay, in various situations. Law and order can help in maintaining peace, safety, security and control the social life of people. So with rules and regulation you can control the social life of people, you can provide a secure and safe environment for the people. For example, to increase the female ratio, we should stop female feticide and sex test, which is illegal crime. However, to make a woman capable and independent, in an Equal Inheritance Act has been provided to be helpful. Many such laws and acts have increased the safety of women and also helped them to work freely with males without fear. So now what they have given you an example, that obviously because people had prejudice that girl child is bad, okay, and this, in Indian society we realize that this is something which is very bad happening, and in order to increase the number of females in the society, we banned the testing, okay, sex testing of the child. That is જ્યારે માની પેટમાં જ્યારે છોકરું હોય ત્યારે ઘણીવાર ડોક્ટર કહી દે કે છોકરું ગર્લ છે કે બોય છે, ઓકે, તો ઈ ટેસ્ટ ઇઝ બેન્ડ ઇન ઇન્ડિયા. ઇફ એની ડોક્ટર ઇઝ ફાઉન્ડ ડુઈંગ ધ ટેસ્ટ, એનો લાયસન્સ બેન થઈ જાય અને એની જેલ થાય અને પછી કોઈ વાર ડોક્ટર તરીકે પ્રેક્ટિસ ન કરી શકે, ઓકે, સો ઇટ્સ અ વેરી બેડ ક્રાઇમ. સો that is there. Second is giving Inheritance Act. Inheritance meaning I have equal right to my father's property, to my husband's property, okay, so that is the Equal Inheritance Act. By doing all this we are increasing the women's place in the society and we are making them capable so that they don't feel helpless, they don't feel that they are dependent on anybody for their life. In this chapter, we have tried to understand the effect of attitude and prejudice on human behavior. Negative attitude like conflict, tension, unpleasantness are increasing in our society and hence it is important to find ways to reduce them. So they are saying that there are a lot of negative attitudes that are there in the society like tension, conflicts, okay, unpleasantness એટલે એકબીજાને આપણે ન ગમીએ, that type of things are there, okay, and it's very high time we reduce it. We should recognize such prejudice. Recognize એટલે we should know that such prejudice are there in the society. Stay away from them and try to develop a positive attitude which will help in the development of the country. So try spreading positive attitude, try to change the prejudice and spread positivity and help in the development of the nation. With this we end the chapter here.